Welcome to the testing world. In this session, I'll explain you string handling. But before going for the string handling, first of all, we have to understand what is string and what do you mean by the string handling. Okay, I'm just moving to the project and here I'm going to create a package. I'm just giving the name testing here. Inside the package, I'm going to create a class. So here in a class, I want to create some variables. So previously we have seen variable. So if I want to create integer type, I create one integer variable, one character variable, one float variable, one boolean variable, and one string. So if you notice, int color is change. Same with the char, color is change. Same with the float and boolean. But string color did not change. That is one. If you notice, I is small in the int, C is small in char, same with the float and boolean, but S is capital in a string. So a string does not looks like other data type. Yes, actually in Java, string is not a data type. Then if string is not a data type, then what is string? So if you remember, in Java, class name start with the capital letter and we are starting here with the capital letter. So what is string? String is a class in Java. So now the point is, if a string is a class, we should create object of that. Okay, let's try to write the syntax in the form of object. And you will notice still we are not getting any error. So what we can say, string is a predefined class in Java, means it already exists in Java. We can just create object of the class and call method. So till now, whatever the Java we have learned, we are writing the classes, then we are creating object and calling our own methods. But in Java, you will find a lot of classes that already exist in Java. Whenever we want to use, just create object of them and call its method. Here you can see string class. We did not created any string class. This class already exists in Java. We just create object and going to call its method. So now we got understanding what is string. String is a class in Java. So it's not a data type in Java. String is a class in Java. So what do you mean by the string handling? String handling means perform different operations by calling different method of the string class. So if string is a class, we will have a lot of methods. So by calling these methods, we can perform different operations, and that is called string handling. So now we got understanding string is a class in Java. I'll just remove these 4 variables. Okay. Now, if you want to pass any data to the constructor, hope you remember, we will write like this. In the same way, if you want to pass value to the constructor of the string class, we can write like this. So these two syntax are same. Why? String is a special type of class in Java. So normally you create object like this. But for a string, if you write like this, means you are creating object of the string class and passing this value to the class constructor, to the string constructor. So now we got understanding string is a class in Java, and here we are passing the value to the constructor of the class. So these two syntax, both syntax are valid. You can use any one, but in most of the cases you will find this kind of syntax. So because string is a special type of class in Java, you can create object of the string class by this approach. Okay, now we got understanding string is a class in Java. Okay, now I create a method, because whatever the code other than variable and constant we have to write in the method. So I'm just writing a method like string operations. You can create any method. Okay, now here in the method, I want to use string methods. I want to perform operations, different operations by using string class method. So that's an object of the class. I just use dot. If you use dot, you will get a lot of methods which are written in the string class. Now you can call these methods. So string handling means we are performing different operations by using string class method. So that was string handling. So now I'm going to start with group 1. So we are going to learn few common method which we are going to use very frequently while working with string class. So I have divided all these methods in 3 groups. I'll start with the group 1. Here, first we need to find out the length of the string, how we can fetch length of the string. Okay, there is a method with the name length, and if you can notice, it is going to return an integer value. So it will just fetch how many characters we are having in the string. Whatever the value we are passing to the string constructor, all these methods will work on that value. So now length method will return length of the string. It is going to return an integer value. So I'll store in a variable I, and now I print like string length is, and just going for I. Okay, my method is ready, which is just printing the length of the string. To use it, I'm going to the class B, creating a main method here. Now to call the method, first of all, I'm creating object of the class A and calling its method, which is string operation. Now as I execute, I get the answer string length is 5. Why 5? Because you have written 5 characters over here. Okay, if I just copy and paste, and between them I'm just making one space. So now what will be the length? In this case, length will be 11. Why? 5, one space means 6, and then 5, 11. So whatever you have written in double quotes, that will be the part of the string, and it will be counted. I'm just running it, and the length is 11. So here we have seen first operation that we can perform on string is to find out the length of the string. Okay, next I want to remove spaces from a string, and it's a leading and trailing space. Okay, let me show you. Here what I do, that's my string. As of now the length is 11. I can add 2 spaces at the start and 2 at the end. Now what will be the length? It will be 15, because whatever we have written in double quotes is a part of the string. So if I try to execute it now, we are getting length is 15. Okay, but I want to remove these spaces, means leading and trailing space, not from the middle. I want to remove leading and trailing space and then want to find out the length. So what we can do, I can perform like s.trim. Trim is going to remove spaces, then find out length. Semicolon. If I execute it now, you will notice length would be 11. Why? Because it has removed leading and trailing space. So means 4 spaces are removed. Now the length is 11. But the point is, what we are doing here. Can we call more than one method in a line? Answer is yes. But whenever we are calling more than one method in a line, it will execute in the same order, the order you perform here. So means first it is performing trim. Whatever the result of the trim, out of that it is finding length. So can we call more than one method? Yes, but it will execute in the same order in which you have written it. Final output will be the output of last method. So that's why it is printing this. Or as of now, what we are doing, we are just storing the result in a variable and just printing it. We can do like this, just directly print it. Now executing one more time, we got the result. So we have seen 2 methods, one is length and other one is trim. Now I'll show you how we can take string to the uppercase and lowercase. So as of now, the string is written and it could be in the different case. I want to take it to the uppercase. Very simple method we are having, s dot to uppercase. So it will take the string into the uppercase and just print, because we are using system.out.println. In the same way, I can use like to lowercase. It will just take string to the lowercase and print. So now execute, string length is 11, hello and hello in uppercase, hello hello in lowercase. Okay, why we are getting 2 spaces here? Because the original string is this and we are performing uppercase and lowercase on this original string. So if you want, you can write it like this: first trim and then take it to the uppercase, or first trim then take it to the lowercase. So now it will remove these spaces. Okay, so we have seen 4 methods: find the length, remove spaces, take uppercase, and take lowercase. Find any character of the string. So if you have a string, like I take an example, testing word, I want to fetch this particular character. So if you notice, the length of the string would be, let me show you, 13. If the length is 13, it index always start from 0. So if length is 13, indexing would be 0 to 12. So if you check it here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to fetch this W, which is on the 8th index. So if you want to fetch any specific character by passing the index, we can use like char at. Which index value you want to fetch? I want to fetch 8th index value. I'm just running it. You are getting W. One thing I want to show, I'm just passing 18 index. Even this index does not exist. We are going to get an error. I want to show you that error. I'm just running it. Here, rest of the methods are working. Here we are getting string index out of bound exception. Means indexing that we are using on this string that is crossing the boundary. That need to be remembered, because while working on automation, in many situations we get this kind of exception. So we should understand, okay, the operation we are performing on a string by using index, that is not correct. Here we have seen first set of methods in string handling. That's all we have for this session. Thanks for watching this video.